Men, we are here outside Bootlegger. It is a very popular Italian food and gaming bar here. And we do all things Vegas here on the VegasDon channel, so please like and subscribe, you guys. This is our Las Vegas Strip live drive on this Saturday night. Very grateful that all of you are here, hanging out with us and watching after the fact too. Very, very grateful for all of you guys and your love and support. We're going to wait until we get some more folks in on this Saturday night. Goat, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Right on. Paula, welcome in. Hope you guys had a good week. Tobin, welcome, brother. Right on. Glad you guys are here. We'll get going here in just a second. Just want to see if we get some more folks joining. It looks like it lags for me, so I'm trying out a new chat feature tonight. It shows, since we're live streaming on different platforms. Mike, welcome in, brother. Good to see you. It shows the icon for each of the, and different colors for each of the different platforms, so thought that might be helpful. Not only for you guys, but also for me. Missy, welcome in. Right on. And guys, please check out Tobin's channel as well if you haven't already. Although I think I'm, at this stage in the video, I'm probably preaching to my choir. And God bless you guys for being my choir. But I'm not promoting religion or anything. Not doing that. But we really, really love having you guys. Love having you come cruise with us on these Saturday nights. Been kind of sick this week. I think I'm getting over it. My voice has not, though. So I've been doing what ChatGPT says and just drinking lots and lots of fluids to try and get myself to where I can keep my voice long enough. Oh, nice, Tobin. Right on. Yes, look forward to seeing them. Got the car all ready and cleaned up and fueled up and all that, so here we go. I know Vids from Mike is taking in some college football action right now. The pre-playoff games, there we go. Oh, thank you, Missy, I appreciate that. Yeah, it was really bad earlier this week. I know Thursday night was brutal trying to talk there at Mandalay Bay. Oh, wow, Paula, yeah, I guess we're all getting it, huh? As soon as the weather changed, it's like, I mean, like changed, like became 30 degrees. Well, not 30, but like 39 degrees overnight. Then all of a sudden things started to happen and captured myself a cold. But I never know where I'm getting it from, though. I mean, it could be like down on Fremont or anywhere. It could have been someone that I saw in my neighborhood. I don't know. You just never know. Spice, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Cinnamon, welcome. We love Cinnamon, my beautiful wife here. Oh, you got a bug too. I'm so sorry, D-Man. Yeah, it sucks. Wake up and I try to talk to Cinnamon first thing in the morning. That doesn't happen. My voice is completely shot. Georgia played over there. That's a long drive. Awesome. Thank you, Spice. Right on. Yeah, she's amazing. My beautiful wife. I hope you guys are okay with this new chat thing. Are you guys seeing the normal chat, or are you seeing the icon for each of the platforms? Oh, wow, D-Man. Yeah, I hope you get better, buddy. Yeah, it didn't reach my stomach, but it has been congestion galore. Cinnamon thinks it's actually allergies, which is possible. The wind was blowing all sorts of crap around on Monday. I was outside on Monday, and it was right after Monday, I started to realize, oh man, this is good. Oh, good, Amanda. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Yes, this is new. I tried setting this up last night to see if I could work it. So good. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys can see both of them. That's awesome. It definitely sucks being sick. Yes, I've been filling myself full of Dayquil and airborne vitamin C, like 5 million milligrams of vitamin C. Trying to do everything I can to knock this thing out. So grateful for you guys hanging out with me. 40 of you here. Thank you so much. Mandalay Bay up there on the left. In the meantime, you have the golf range over here off to our right. Town Square on the left. And a private jet flying in overhead. Nice. Congratulations. 3rd year. I thought it was your 26th year. I thought you said it was 26 or 27. The other night. This is Sunset Road here, another major east-west artery throughout Las Vegas. And this is a little spur railroad line that runs over into Henderson, where the basic magnesium plant used to be back in the day. Chevron over there, $3.89 a gallon. Driving around earlier, a lot of the Chevrons were cheaper than that, which was pretty surprising to me. Usually Chevrons are like up over $4. Christopher, I'm still trying to get over a cold or allergies. I'm not sure. I mean, my head isn't like, pounding or anything, but it's been hard to talk, as I'm sure you guys heard if you were there on Thursday night. It's definitely hard to talk. Have to try and keep up with the hydration. That and ChatGPT also says gargling with warm salt water, but I don't have that at my disposal right now, so I'm going to stick to the hydration thing. Pinball Hall of Fame over there, and again, Mandalay Bay, home of Sugar Band LV on Instagram, at least on Thursday night. I'm not sure if I'm going to try and pull that off again this week. I'm grateful that all of you guys were there for Sugar for Sure, but they play for an hour, and they were delayed by the previous band substantially, and then they played for an hour, and then they take a half-hour break, which is a long time. A, I'm sure you guys don't want to sit there and watch an empty stage for a half hour, and B, I have to get up early in the morning, so because if they start again, it would be I'd be pushing 12:30 to get out of there, which would be really late. Midnight on Mondays is okay. I can deal with that, but doing it there on Thursdays, that was a heavy lift for sure. Poe, welcome in. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, Christopher, I thought you said it was like 27 years, 26, 27 years this Saturday, because you said the 6th. December the 6th. Knock the injury law over there, billboard, for one of the voluminous, inordinate number of personal injury attorneys there are in this town. It's easy money for them. They can go out and get that $10,000 that you most people have to carry, and then they split that with you and your doctor in a lot of cases. And apologies for the windshield, you guys. I did try to clean it up, but these lights, these white lights, definitely impact it. Right there. There is the Luxor. Right there. And its lights will change as well. Not the one on the top that shines into space, maybe, but the ones there on the sides, the blue ones. And they'll do different colors and all that. And it was reported this week, John Fisher, I believe he's the owner of the A's, Oakland Athletics, who are soon to be the Las Vegas Athletics, but right now they're the Sacramento Athletics, said that the stadium would be good to go by opening day 2028. They got the concrete pilings all done, and now they're going to do some steel work, and then they're going to try and install the roof overhead next summer, so summer of 26. We'll see if that holds true, but that's the area right there on the right that the A's stadium will emerge from the dust. You look clean. Okay, cool. Oh, clear. I think you meant clear. Thank you. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, I don't want it to be ugly looking on there for you guys. And so there is the Excalibur right there with its tram that runs in between Excalibur, Luxor, and Mandalay Bay. When you're coming northbound on the tram, it stops at Luxor, but when it goes southbound like that one was, it does not stop at Luxor. It just goes straight to Mandalay Bay. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow, Amanda. I'll have to look into that. Do you know anything about that, Cinnamon? She's my astrology expert. But I guess that would be astronomy, right? I don't know. And went car shopping again this week and got yanked around by some car dealers again who wanted to play games with prices and all that. And evidently out the door doesn't mean everything included, because then they want you to pay extra fees in order to be truly out the door. At least that's what I learned this week. 2 trim. Yes, absolutely. You're right, Tobin. 2. 1 north, 1 south. And there's the MGM Grand with its huge bronze lion in front. And, of course, the Statue of Liberty. 2/5 scale. 40% of the size of the one that's in New York Harbor. And I do not, nope. Do not want to encroach on the intersection there. But this is Tropicana Avenue here, a major east-west artery throughout the Las Vegas Valley. And then over there at New York, of course, they have Hershey's. I was there last week with my beautiful wife and our awesome sons. And got a bunch of chocolate. And the stage that is right there, I don't see it illuminated right now, but I'm sure someone is there. Radical West was there last week, if you're familiar with Las Vegas local bands. They used to perform down on Fremont, but that hasn't been the case. And also, I know Sugar is also performing somewhere else this week, too. But, again, the 2 nights a week are good for me. Any more than that, it gets to be kind of cumbersome. But I love bringing this stuff to you guys. Love when you come cruising with me these Saturday nights. There is the lion right there. But why is he always lying? And there's New York. Thank you, Christopher. I appreciate that, man. And so tonight, Sugar will be performing starting at 8. Concomitantly with Alter Ego, also at 8. Now, of course, you guys, I'm sure most of you are aware, the rodeo's here. And the casinos, as well as Fremont Street, they've done a bang-up job just, pandering to the cowboys. I mean, helping them feel welcome here by playing a whole bunch of country music, etc. I'm not a big country fan. I was back in the 90s. but I just kind of stopped listening to it. But I just think it's funny, you know, and it's whatever way the wind blows. Whoever's in town, turn on their music. I guess that's the job of a good host, though, right? Tylenol, okay, cool. Thank you, Poe. Yes, Paula, yes. On Main Street stage, yeah. And Sal's supposed to be here tonight, so we'll get to see Sal, which is awesome. We love Sal. GBO, welcome. Yeah, Spice, I mean, I tried back in the 90s for like 2 or 3 years, and I mean, I still remember those songs. But, yeah, it just got to be so whiny, you know? My dog left me, my wife ran off, my truck won't start. I mean, you know, it's the same formula every time. Hard Rock Cafe there on the right. Courtney on bass, that's right. That'll be a very different look for Sugar tonight. Wonder who they have on drums. If Courtney's doing bass, there's the ambulance over there. I don't think I'll be impeding him or them. Michelob Ultra there, being advertised. By the way, Mick Ultra, that 24-ounce can, which is the equivalent of two 12-ounce beers, of course, here in the here in the U.S. for our international viewers, it's the equivalent of what you would get, you know, 2 full beers at a restaurant or a bar or whatever. $11 at the little convenience store that they had there inside Mandalay Bay, across from where the stage was that Sugar was performing. $11. So if you figure that's 2 beers worth, that's what, $5.50 a beer. Not terrible when it comes to Vegas, but still, $11 for 2 beers. I even joked and said, can I get a cheaper price if I make a bucket? But I didn't get a bucket. I just wanted to find out how much they were. And of course, no prices on anything, which is par for the course now for all these little stores and gift shops and everything that you have here. Nice. Right on, Paula. Got someone trying to wiggle their way behind me here. So you see Aria, Planet Hollywood, Cosmopolitan, the Crystal Shops over here on the left. And they're still, looks like they've done 2 weeks later a pretty good job of tearing down most of the track lighting here for Formula One, F1. There's the Crystal Shops, Dolce & Gabbana, Fendi and Madonna. Yeah, so we'll live stream Sugar for sure, and then we'll probably go over to Alter Ego. You know, the thing about the this winter, at least as soon as the really cold stuff started to hit, it has not felt like, at least, a dry cold. Because the dry cold, usually you don't feel that until it's like 40. But now when it's in the 50s and stuff, I don't know, it just feels so much colder. Like a wet cold, but the humidity hasn't been high, so I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Yo, Mama, welcome. Thank you all for being here. Yes, catch it, yeah. Wonder if he's giving any away. I think I've heard that one, Poe, yeah. Yeah, rock country, and you know, they were playing AC/DC as well last night there on Fremont, so. But if they could throw some CCR in there, I don't know if they're licensed to play it. I'm sure they have to be licensed. All the bands on Fremont, I'm sure, have to be licensed in order to play that stuff. But I don't know if they're licensed to play CCR. I've never heard them do it. I've never heard anyone down there do it. But yeah, some Lynyrd Skynyrd, CCR, Creedence, Clearwater Revival. Showgirls up there on the pedestrian walkway overhead. Not very crowded up there. At least on the walkway. But again, the temperatures... the car says it's 68, but it feels colder than that. Paris there on the right. And the Eiffel Tower. And of course Bellagio over here on the left. The Bellagio fountains. Excuse me, I coughed there, you guys. House of Blues. Oh, so I posted those pictures as well on Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram, VegasDon4747 if you haven't. We do a lot of Vegas related content. That's a good question, D-Man. I'm not sure. I mean, it's kind of like Tony Marquez too, right? Because Tony Marquez does, you know, some country, which no one else down there does. And then he'll mix in some other stuff. But, yeah, it's weird. Some of them do certain songs that only they perform. So I wonder if there's like a music library that they're licensed to play and they just go and they pick what they want to play out of there. Maybe there's some they're like mandated or told they have to play because those are the real crowd revers, right? Like Don't Stop Believin' or Living on a Prayer. You know, those real the drinking songs that you hear down there all the time. And when I say drinking, I mean milk, of course. There's the Bellagio, right there in its glory. No fountains right now, but they're still taking down the grandstand in front of the Bellagio right there. And the police making their presence known. Alvin, welcome in. Love having you guys here. Please like and subscribe. Again, subscribing totally free, no cost to you whatsoever. And we have a vast library of Las Vegas videos here on the VegasDon channel. If you've never seen the channel before, please check out our video library. We go all over Vegas and do everything Vegas. Yeah, they have the huge crane. Well, not the huge crane, but they have a crane out there to help disassemble the grandstands for Formula One. Thank you, Tobin. And yes, as well as Brother Mike, vids from Mike. Please check out Brother Mike. VidsFromMike, bottled blonde over there on the right. He does sensational sunrise and sunset drone videos right here on YouTube in Vegas. Really cool stuff. So this is Flamingo Road right here. And of course my beautiful wife, Cinnamon and Jupiter, here on YouTube. Common spelling on both of those, Cinnamon and Jupiter. She does astrology and spirituality videos. And the guitar-shaped hotel, gosh, it looks like it's gone up like 10 floors since last week. Like it's really up above that pedestrian bridge now. You can see it there in the distance. I wonder if they've got the crews in there working 24 hours. It wouldn't surprise me. The Seminole Indians, they construct, they throw every dime usually at their construction costs. Those things go up very quickly for them. And the Seminole Indian tribe, of course, owns the Hard Rock and all the Hard Rock related properties, etc. Flamingo over there on the right, opened in 1946. So Flamingo Road cuts a path between Bellagio and Caesar's Palace over here on the left. And yes, Tobin just cut some new videos today, so he'll hopefully be posting those in the days coming up. So please check those out. There is the Flamingo marquee. Here in the area known as, well, pretty much Center Strip, but we're coming up to the North Strip now. The Link Promenade. And another, is this Zook's in front of us? Tim McGraw performing. Okay, that's a big country name. Performing tonight there at Caesars. So maybe that'll draw a lot of them down to the Strip. Which is, of course, the point of them scheduling a big name like that. Yeah, you can see the glasses going up fast over there, too, on the guitar. Here we are in front of Harrah's. The sheriff, I'll say camera-loving sheriff here in Vegas, Clark County, was boasting about a 15% drop in property crimes and crimes against people for this year. 15% drop for both of them. But I have to caveat that by saying crimes that no one shows up to write a report on are not reported. And we've heard that from so many people around town that it's got to be pretty common practice by now for Metro just not to bother showing up. And the Palazzo and Venetian over here on the right. I mean, if they do show up, it's like 4 to 6 hours later, you're in bed or you went to work or whatever it is. And we've got someone playing some music over here. Sounds like Sinatra. We'll have to try and drown that out for the moment. T.I. over here on the left. Not the rapper, of course, but Treasure Island. One of the few places down here that still has free parking on the Strip. Treasure Island. Palazzo, Venetian. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Right on. Thank you so much. There it is, Brash. Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of streamers out here, as well as the news media, that are saying that Vegas is empty and falling off a cliff. On the nights that we're down here, that empirical evidence is not being supported. So I don't know where they're getting their... I mean, I know that the numbers are down at the airport, 10% for the year. We know that one already. But, with regard to the hotel occupancy and things like that, of course, that's down too. This month should help them, at least the early part of this month, especially with the rodeo in town. Yeah, Amanda, that's the fun thing about police reporting, right? If you don't show up to write the report, it doesn't get reported. So it doesn't count against you, right? Or you have what happened in D.C., Washington, D.C., where the police union there came out and said, in case you haven't heard, that the different precincts there in D.C. were all competing against each other to see who could have the lowest crime rate. So what they did was they were lowering crimes, or downgrading crimes, right? So an assault and battery, let's say, became disorderly conduct. So those crimes that become eye-popping, the violent types of crimes and all that, those numbers went down because they were downgrading crimes. And they're not the first agency to do that in America. I know there was one in Palm Beach County, Florida. I think it was Boca Raton. Jim Ross, welcome in. Thank you for being here. And my apologies to you guys if I'm missing anyone coming in. My bad. I'm just trying to keep an eye on things around here, around me. Yes, thank you, Poe. Thank you so much. Win an encore over there. Advertising Chanel High Jewelry, collection number 5. And then the Wynn Theater. And this pedestrian walkway. Yeah, now that we're at the north end of the Strip, it never really looks all that busy anyway. Encore and Wynn and Resorts World over there. And again, we do all things Vegas here on the VegasDon channel. So please like and subscribe. Yeah, 15% drop. Yes, Justin, I know. Yes, exactly. Yeah, you can Google it. DC, it was news in DC a month or two ago. Unbelievable. And like property crimes, a lot of times, your truck was burglarized overnight. They don't bother showing up for that. And I've said this before, anyone that hasn't heard me say this, it becomes a situation. Oh, they've got NFR Live over there being shown on the side of Resorts World. Or is that just an ad? I'm not sure. It becomes a situation here in this town, and probably nationwide, because they all tend to copy each other, all the agencies around the country. But they are essentially sloughing off their workload onto the public, right? Because now we have to absorb the impact of, whatever crime may, or, call for service may have happened. And we have to go online and report that, right? They'll tell you in a lot of cases, oh, well, if no one was injured and etc., just go online and fill out a report online. How many people do that? That's the other thing too. How many people want to go through that process and, go through the whole thing of filling out something online knowing that they're not going to do anything about it? And I've got a spam call coming through. That's always nice. Street Feast, it says there. 3 entrees for $45, 4 entrees for $55, and I couldn't see the last one. At some place inside of Resorts World. $5 blackjack and craps all day at the Palms, just off the Las Vegas Strip. Yes, Brother Yin. We love Yin. Again, he was in, he did a driverless car video earlier this week. He's a lot of fun, and he loves music and sports, which is cool, and planes for sure. 137 of you, thank you so much for being here. Love having you guys. Come up here to the Sahara and Hilton Grand Vacations, as well as Fontainebleau here on the right. Thank you, Cinnamon. My beautiful wife, Cinnamon in Jupiter. She supports me through all of these adventures as I try to experiment with different venues and different live streams, etc., to bring to you. She's been a tremendous support for all of that, especially while she has to, well, not has to, but I mean, watch our boys. They can be a handful for sure. William Hill Sportsbook there. Approaching Lisette Avenue, L-I-S-E-T. And also VegasDon 4747 on Instagram. We posted photos of the menu that we saw there at House of Blues the other night. In addition to some of the other little venues around there, coffee shops, etc. The Las Vegas arches directly ahead are currently dressed like candy canes. Red and yellow, or correction, red and white. Usually they're like purple, like dancing purple or whatever. That's cool to see. And there's the Strat, of course, ahead of us on the left, stretching 1,139 feet above us, looking down upon us. If you've never been up there, it's really something else. I mean, it's your view. You don't have the panoramic view of the Strip. That's the thing, like at the Strat as well as at the Circa. You don't have a panoramic view, but you do have, oh shoot, I'll get back over here. But you do have the Strat and the Circa, the Legacy Club in there, both looking south towards the Strip. Now, if you want to see a panoramic view, that would be the Ghost Bar, which I believe is at the Palms, and Voodoo Lounge, which is at Rio. Both of those give you an incredible view of the entire Strip. In addition to downtown, although downtown's a little further away. But Of course, the Circa is 480 feet tall, so it looks a little bit smaller from Flamingo, where Palms and Rio are located. $19, wow. Oh my goodness. Stay warm. Yikes. Here I am complaining about 60. Yeah, it's been chilly. Bojangles being advertised there. Well, they didn't say where they were, though. At the top of that Walgreens. Home of the bottomless mimosas, Cafe Desayuno. And then the world's largest general store over here on the left. How do I know that? Oh, goodness, these guys are running red lights. Because that's what it says out front. These guys like to crowd the lane. San Fran 55, wow. That's pretty much normal, though, for San Fran this time of year, right? With Brother Sal out there doing that hard work. Now it looks like St. Patrick's Day. Green and white. As we pass in front of the Strat. Strat looks packed. There's a lot of cars sitting in front of there, and not taxis. Maybe they're Ubers, but I don't know. So we come over here to Main Street. And the two 50-foot tall showgirls there at the fork in the road between Main Street and Las Vegas Boulevard. Soothing bass. I don't know how soothing it sounds right now. You're very kind, Cinnamon. Thank you. Yeah, if you're just joining, I've been fighting either a cold or allergies all week, and my voice is pretty much shot, so apologies for that. But I'm very grateful and thankful that all of you are here on this Saturday night. 148 of you watching. Thank you, guys. We do all things Vegas here. So please subscribe. Of course, that's free. Liking and subscribing are always free. Thank you, Cinnamon. Excellent. Yeah, I know Thursday I was in bad shape. We had Jack there. That was cool. I didn't have to like scream over the speakers in order to talk to him, like you have to down on Fremont. But then he wasn't really headbanging, right? Couldn't really headbang there at the Rhythm and Riffs Lounge, where Sugar was performing. And again, there's Sugar Band LV on Instagram. I love promoting those that promote me, especially. That, you know, I think we should all help one another out. And Maya, the lead singer of Sugar, definitely does that. She'll incorporate VegasDon into either a song, lyrics, or something, which is really, really nice of her to do. So I have no problem supporting them and hoping you guys reach out to them on Instagram. Sugar Band LV. Also the same thing with Big T. I'm trying to remember everyone. There's so many. Gosh, Abel Baker Brewery is packed over there on the left. This is Utah. You are into the state streets here. Red and green tonight instead of the usual white overhead on the lights. And yes, I think you'll be able to pull in there. This is Imperial here. Thank you, Paula. Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, that too, because that was the night before. Yeah, I was struggling through that one too. Glittering lights out there. Yeah, that was really, really cool. If you haven't seen and you love Christmas lights, check out our glittering lights display in our video library. Glittering lights, a collection of lights at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway out at the north end of town. Tons and tons of lights. That track is almost 3 miles long, I believe. So there's a lot of space to fill up. And if you're into movie history, we got this van blocking it. But there is the Hangover mural right there, where the guys are walking across the street from the third Hangover movie. Pretty cool stuff right here on the corner of Main and Imperial. Got someone walking this way. Okay. And there we go. Always nervous pulling right out in front of the traffic area. It's supposed to be like 30 miles an hour, I believe, in here. No, 25. Nobody does that. It's like the tunnel, the airport tunnel here. Speed limit's 35 in there. It's like a speedway in there. Colorado. I did want to see one thing, though. There's Commerce. So, there's some people. Let me make a left here on Colorado. I just wanted to see how well we could see this. It's supposed to be on the corner of Wyoming and Commerce. And I've got pedestrians. California, and the next one is probably Charleston after that, yeah. There we go. Oh, no, we don't. Some more folks. Nice, thank you, Mike. I was wondering about that. Yes, right on, Mike. Both teams undefeated. Indiana and Ohio State. So this is Commerce here. This is one way. And yeah, the cars are supposed to yield for pedestrians, but you don't always see that. Cars, e-bikes. And so they've been going on this blitz police have in town, at least that's what they say. Going after, you know, kids riding e-bikes and e-scooters and all that stuff. And they're saying that if you have an e-motorcycle, you have to have like almost a regular motorcycle license. Or be, you know, endorsed or whatever. Thank you so much for being here, Alvin. I appreciate you. Yeah, so it's Wyoming. So yeah, that's right. It's further down this way. Wyoming and Commerce. So there was these obviously rich folks who went to Copenhagen, Denmark. I read about this week. And there's a place there called, I think it's called Reffen. R-E-F-F-E-N. And it's up at the next light, the corner of the next light here. And they wanted to recreate the Reffen area of Copenhagen here in Vegas. So that's what they're supposed to be doing. I don't know if it's... I'm not sure when it's supposed to be opening. Let's see what we got. But it was like a collection of just... It's the outdoor stuff and all that. Which... 7-Eleven there. The district with the letter K. Or maybe that's it there on the other corner. Okay, yeah, they haven't built it yet. So yeah, something's supposed to be going in right there. At Commerce. And Wyoming. Be interesting to see how that develops. This light. They're moving, but they're not moving that quickly. Down here. Head back to me. Actually, you know what? We'll go up to Las Vegas Boulevard. They've got some of the roads closed off in the Arts District here. This is the Arts District, by the way. Sorry, I didn't mention that. They're really trying to work on creating this as like kind of a destination for locals and tourists alike. Jack in the Box right there on the corner. That's a fast food burger joint. 160 of you. Thank you guys so very much for being here. Oh, someone's mad. Yeah, Paula, it's funny. You can always tell where you are in town pretty much by just looking for where the Strat is, right? It's like a beacon in this town. And then right there in front of us, for those individuals that have asked me those questions, there is one of many gentlemen's clubs, Peppermint Hippo. It's not my kind of place, but if that's what you're into, there's one of them right there off of Las Vegas Boulevard and Wyoming. Just up the street from Strat. And where Main Street forked off from Las Vegas Boulevard. Carnitas y Tortas y Ajo something, I can't tell. Guadalajara number 2. It says on that Mexican restaurant on the right. Yes, we are open. Burrito, Menudo, and Carnitas. All available there. Baja Mar right next door to it. And then you have this place here. Getting Las Vegas Drunk, or Getting Vegas Drunk since 1962. Dinos or Dinos. Ice cold beer, red hot machines. Open 24 hours. And no windows. The gaming halls usually don't have any windows. So we'll go back over here to Las Vegas Boulevard North. There's Boston Pizza right there. I need to try that because I've had people recommend it to me. Definitely need to check that out. This is 4th Street that forks off to the left here.
The speed limit.
Ubi, welcome. How's the signal, you guys? Everything cool? Joan Collins and Michael Jordan married at a little white chapel right here on the right. Thunderbird Boutique Hotel Lounge and Viva Las Vegas Wedding Chapel. They've salvaged a lot of these old-time Vegas motel signs and restored them to their former glory. Like this one here, Fun City Motel. Old Chevy pickup truck here. The tag says Old Timer on it. I'm guessing it's late 70s, early 80s. Doesn't have the third brake light on it. Bliss Wedding Chapel. Come up here to Hoover. And in fact, someone is getting married out there right now. A lot of people standing around. Motel Domino sign there in the median. Yeah, it would be, that's the rumor, right? But as I say in all of my videos, my live streams especially, trust your eyes. Always trust your eyes. So this right here, for anyone who may be familiar with the Pawn Stars franchise on the History Channel, this is the location of Pawn Stars. Right here on Las Vegas Boulevard. I'm going to try and, this guy's in his car, so I'm going to try and angle it this way. But that's it right there. That world famous sign now. Made famous because of... Oh my God, Yin's here. Oh, Yin, thank you for being here, brother. I'm sorry I missed you, man. Please like and subscribe to Yin's channel as well. Awesome content in the Bay Area there on Yin's channel. There's Pawn Plaza. This opened up in 2015, part of the Rick Harrison brainchild. Collection of containers, shipping containers. His bar is up on the 2nd floor. His barbecue spot is right below it on the 1st floor there. And he's got a balcony out there. $2 plus tax street tacos. And of course, there's Rick right there. Oh, yeah, it's washed out. Looks washed out in the video, but this is Pawn Stars. Yes, that's a good point, Ubi. I mean, it's the casinos, by virtue of the fact that they now have a landlord to pay. Before, they didn't have to pay anyone but themselves. But now every month they have to pay their landlord because they sold the land and the casino and all that to a real estate investment trust, a REIT as they're known. Paulie Walnuts, welcome in. And so Vici is one of the big ones, VICI. There's also BlackRock out there too. But yeah, these casino companies, in order to generate more cash so that they can invest that money not here in the U.S. but rather overseas and develop gambling markets overseas, they had to sell the casinos and the land upon which they sit, and they rent back the operation from those real estate investment trusts. Yes, Ubi, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. We saw that with Wynn and Encore, the CEO of that. Those two came out and said they were not interested in wooing the value customer. I'm paraphrasing, but that's essentially what he was hinting at there. They don't care about the value customer. Well, we'll see how that plays out. And again, it's just a simple thing about it's simple math. If one person comes in, spends $100,000 on their Vegas stay, versus 50 people that come in and spend $20,000 or $2,000 a piece, they're going to opt for the big whale every time if they can, right? Because then they don't have to fill up those 50 hotel rooms. They're only filling up one. So then their housekeeping, they don't have to, they can reduce the amount of work and consequently the number of employees. We just passed the Fremont Street East experience here and Fremont Street experience, but there was a motorcycle cop over there, so I couldn't show it to you. Apologies for that. So we come up here to Stewart Avenue, named for Helen Stewart, the First Lady of Las Vegas. Shout out to Tobin, all the knowledge that he has imparted to me about Vegas here. And right there on the right in red now, usually it's in purple, but tonight it is dressed in red. The Mob Museum, which I still have tickets to and I still need to get into. With the holidays coming here, maybe I'll try and find a way in there. I know they're not going to let me video, but maybe some pictures or something. Brings us up here to Casino Center Boulevard. And guys, we do this every Saturday night. Typically, our Las Vegas Strip live drive, where we cruise Las Vegas Strip and Fremont Street here in Las Vegas. We also have a video library of over 8,000, almost 9,000 Vegas videos. So please check those out. Like and subscribe. Totally free to subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you're aware of all new videos and live streams. Because sometimes we do some ad hoc live streams. Just because I don't want to advertise it and advance it, because if I'm not sure that I can make it, there's Main Street Station right there in front of us. If I'm not sure I can make it, I don't want to ruin my credibility. That's very important to me, so I want to make sure that I keep my promises. We've got the California Hotel and Casino over here on the left, looking, owned by Boyd Gaming. And it's up here away from Fremont Street Experience, a block north. Yes, full capitalist, David. Yes, the days of the mob taking care of folks, long, long gone. And then right up here on the left is the west end of the Fremont Street Experience. Plaza Hotel and Casino right there on the right, which houses Pink Box Donuts, a local favorite now for folks looking to soak up some of that alcohol. Carousel bar right there, and there's the west end. Not looking terribly busy right now at this moment. Got an electric taxi here, Hyundai Ioniq. Somebody's mad. This is Carson Avenue right here. We'll make this left. 235 of you. Thank you guys so much. Love having you come cruise with me. Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino right here. Rush Tower to our left. Omnipresent taxis lined up there. Yeah, it's the casinos, what they're doing with the money grab, the cash grab, it is hopelessly myopic, in my opinion. They are not thinking about long term, they're only thinking about right now. And so I've got someone behind me, but there it is, 50 bucks US to park right there at the Golden Nuggets parking garage, Friday to Sunday. Tobin for mayor, I love it. I just happened to glance up. Thank you, you guys. Love seeing your comments. I love when you guys interact with each other too. That's awesome. Always wanted to build a strong community here on YouTube. And we're also streaming live on Facebook, Twitch, Rumble, and Kick. So shout out to any of you on those platforms. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see the chat for Twitch. No, I can't see it for Twitch, but I can't see it for Kick or Rumble. So my apologies to you guys if you're commenting. But please follow and like on Twitch, Kick, Facebook. Oh, thank you. You guys are amazing. No, it's not me. It's you guys. You guys are amazing. I love this community of people. Best group of folks on YouTube. Best community on YouTube. In my humble opinion, for sure. And please check out my beautiful wife's channel if you're just joining, Cinnamon and Jupiter here on YouTube. She does awesome astrology and spirituality videos. Very, very cool stuff. Cinnamon and Jupiter. Common spelling on both of those. I'm doing my best to keep hydrated here so I don't completely lose my voice. Downtown Las Vegas Event Center there on the left. Ah, Yin is back. Welcome back, Yin. All right. I hope the stream is okay. It said that it was phone was getting a little hot. Ironic, considering it's chilly outside. Oh, but I do have the heat on in the car, so maybe that's part of it. Cybertruck here on the left. I know you guys have seen a million of them by now, but I still can't get over the look. And again, Metro Police here has purchased some Cybertrucks that they proudly show off all over the place. It's more PR than it is actual police work. So, like I was saying before, yeah, they make you go online, write your own reports. They're making us go online and file reports of motorists driving around town without license plates. At last count, I saw 15,000. Huge queue of taxis right here, winding around the corner on Carson. So we approach the Fremont Street experience directly ahead, where it intersects with Casino Center Boulevard. Oh good, we got the red light, good. So you guys can watch a little bit of the canopy here. The City of Las Vegas Marshals there, they've got a lot of, they've got some litigation pending against them. That's all available online. I won't go into specifics about that, but so yeah, the cops, they've been sloughing off their work onto the public. And so yeah, we have to go online, file our own reports. We have to go online, tell them where we see cars that are driving around without a plate. I don't do that simply because I mean, it's just so much work. You have to note the model, make, year, color, and all that. And by the time, you know, you do all that, it's just it's just so cumbersome. And you're trying to drive at the same time, right? So plus there's the whole snitching factor thing too, and I don't I don't necessarily feel good about that, but I also don't like people driving around without insurance. And usually the people without tags are driving around without insurance. But I don't know with absolute certainty, so that's the problem. And again, the DMV here has like a backlog. The DMV in this town, at least in Vegas, is appointment only right now. So they have a backlog. Last I read was like 2.5, 3 months to get into DMV. So if you buy a car, let's say privately from someone, A, you don't have to pay sales tax on it, which is great here in Nevada on a private party sale. But B, it's going to take forever to get into DMV to get your tag. Come back up here to Fremont Street and the Fremont Street Experience. We're going to make this left here onto Fremont. You can see Hennessy's Tavern there, right there on the corner. It is 6:35 Pacific right now, 9:35 Eastern, and the crowds here at the Fremont East District, not what we've seen in previous Saturdays, but again, the temperatures rather. Temperatures certainly have to be playing a role with all that. And also, I don't like asking, but in the event you want to help out with parking or gas, we always appreciate your super chats, as well as through Ko-fi, which is kofi.com/VegasDon. And there's the praying mantis right there across the street. And Ko-fi is linked to PayPal, so I never see your credit card information or anything like that. Downtown Container Park. There he goes. Or not. That's pretty interesting. It just does a little bit there. Someone was playing with the controls. And there's the pink slipper right there that you probably don't want to walk past when you're down here on Fremont Street. The Western Hotel, whose neon flickers on and off to reveal "We Hot" right there on the right. Ambassador Motel sign over there on the left. That's where the mannequins are, but you can't see them right now because it's dark, of course. But once the light returns at this time of day, we will certainly make a stop in there. Atomic Liquors over here on the right. Long-time mainstay here in downtown Las Vegas, where folks used to go and watch the atomic activities. I've got someone right behind me. Wow. So here on the left, in front of Ferguson's Motel, is the Big Rig Jig. And art installation piece here on Fremont Street. Very cool stuff. If you're into art, especially different kinds of stuff like that, that's something else. And if you come into town, maybe I would recommend driving, but just stop and snap yourself a photo in front of that thing. It's pretty cool. Ferguson's Motel, which is no longer a motel, it's a collection of boutique shops and little dining spots and stuff like that. Traveler's Motel, but that's closed over there. The signs stay illuminated for a lot of these closed places, but the venues are not open. Las Vegas Motel up there. As we approach 13th Street. Siegel Suites over here on the right. That's a chain around town. I don't know so much about calling them suites, but they've taken that term, right? Suites and luxury and all that, and just applied it to anything nowadays. "15th Street here. And also, please check out my buddy Mike, VidsFromMike, right here on YouTube, as well as Tobin. Brother Tobin, who just took a whole bunch of videos today. And we'll certainly be posting them in the days to come. More to come, more to follow, right? Desert Moon Oat over there. The M and the L are dark. So it's not a motel, it's an oat, O-T-E. This brings us up here to Bruce Street. And one of the seemingly ubiquitous 7-Elevens, although this one over here on the right tends to have a lot of calls for service. A lot. But lots of little motels still up this way. They probably have seen their glory days pass them by. Roadway Inn over there. Raising Cane's, they got the sign up there. Right here at the corner of Eastern and Fremont Street. $3.59 a gallon at that Chevron. But that's with the car wash, so it's $3.99 without the car wash. Oh, Raising Cane's is open now. We'll show that in just a second here. It's a chicken finger place, if you're not familiar with it, but it has like a Louisiana Cajun type of flair to it. And you have this triangle of intersections here with Eastern and Fremont and Charleston and Eastern, and that gas station, that Arco's right in the middle of all of it. But when traffic is heavy, it really backs up in all directions around here. Almost virtual gridlock. $3.37 a gallon over here at cash price, only 10 cents more. $3.47 for credit. Let's pull in here. And check out the Blue Angel Motel sign. The car wash dude is here. He's like, oh, not this guy again. He just sits there and doesn't get his car washed. There she is. Blue Angel Motel sign. From 1957. She stood in front of the Blue Angel Motel. They saved her and brought her over here at what would be pretty much the entrance to downtown from Boulder Highway and the Boulder Strip as it's known, because Boulder Highway becomes Fremont Street and then you come in all the way down to Fremont Street Experience. Although I'm sure there are other areas that could probably qualify as the entrance to downtown. Very cool sign. Oh, there's a car with no tag. Speaking of which, am I going to document everything? Nope. Not my thing. But a lot of different folks, unhoused, unsheltered, homeless folks in this area, without a doubt. Come over here to Fremont once more. Raising Cane's there on the left. And the Starbucks is still not open. AutoZone, and opening 12/9. So maybe this is like a soft opening or something. There's a bunch of cars there and there are people inside it. But Raising Cane's here on the corner of Fremont and Eastern. And please follow us on Instagram, VegasDon4747. Do a lot of Vegas related content on there that's not here on YouTube. Full moon was the other night. I see the moon emerging from behind the east side of town over there, with part of it missing now in the waning gibbous stage. We love all of our members. Thank you guys so very, very much for being members. Amanda, Shannon, Tobin, Obi-Wan, thank you so much. I don't think Obi-Wan's here, but we love you guys. Thank you so much. And I lost the chat. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. For some reason, the chat went away. But you're back. Good. I was sitting there practicing that with Cinnamon last night. Swiping to get to that screen and do all that stuff. So I'm like, when I'm in the car, have to be quick. So heading back westbound now on Fremont Street. So guys, we will be live streaming Sugar, a little bit of Sugar, and a little bit of Alter Ego this evening, starting at 8 p.m. If not sooner, I will end the stream here in a few moments, but I'll be live again very shortly thereafter. I didn't want to. Last week, I with the pointing the camera at the floor and all that, and you guys were. I'm sure you guys were not loving that. So, in the interests of producer quality, I'm producing a quality video, I'll bypass that this evening. But I'm so grateful for all of you guys hanging out with me. Nomad, yes, you're right. Oh, and Nomad, that reminds me, that name. So on the side of Park MGM used to have the Nomad Hotel sign, but that is now being replaced. It was originally reported that the Nomad would become a Marriott. Or correction, no, I'm sorry. The Park MGM, which houses the former Nomad, the whole thing would become a Marriott. However, now it is only replacing the space where Nomad occupied. It's a specialty hotel within a hotel like Four Seasons is down at Mandalay Bay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Paul. I love having you guys here coming cruising with me on these Saturday nights. Very grateful. South Seas Apartments. Vacancy, it says there. Slots. So the apartment building / motel has slot machine. Yep, it sure does. Wow. This is 15th Street again here. $3.43 a gallon at that 7-Eleven. Another Siegel Suites property. But the downtown skyline, certainly, in my humble opinion, not as impressive as the Strip itself, especially when you see those panoramic views. When you have Binion's Hotel here and the D, as well as Circa, the Plaza. But it's not as long or widespread as certainly as the Strip. Excuse me. Lucky's Motel. And please check out my beautiful wife's channel, Cinnamon and Jupiter, here on YouTube. Astrology and spirituality videos, Cinnamon and Jupiter. And we pass by Ferguson's once more, and the big rig jig is in there. So yeah, we will be live streaming Sugar as well as Alter Ego. Beloved local Las Vegas bands. Their music selection the other night did not differ very much at all from what they played down here on Fremont when they were at Rhythm and Riffs at Mandalay Bay on Thursday night. Right on, Amanda, right on. Thank you. I know Christopher is, if he's still here. Christopher's always dancing. There goes the praying mantis. Just don't spill your Pepsi, Christopher. Yeah, the crowd always gathers out in front of the mantis when it's doing its thing. And understandably so. There's a huge love locket display out in front of the mantis as well. A lot of people will go and it's like an aggregate type of thing where people hang their own locket on the larger locket, so it's all a bunch of lockets together. So we'll make this right here onto 6th Street. As always, you guys, thank you so very, very much for being here. I could not do this without you, and that's a fact. You guys could be watching anything, anywhere, and I'm just so thankful that you're here with me. I hope you'll be able to rejoin me here in a little bit for the live bands. And as always, remember here on the VegasDon channel, it is the journey, where what happens in Vegas stays right here on the VegasDon channel on YouTube. Thank you so much. I hope to see you guys soon.